guys, it's Donna Coker with Donna Coker's A Cherry Bloom Handmade Soaps, and today we're going to make Java Mocha Dream. And I've got my oils ready. I have my soft oils all ready and my lye is at a good temperature, so I'm going to get this mixed together. Now if you're wondering, I use a 60-40 mix, 60% hard and 40% soft, and it always works very well, and it works well for the piping afterward. And so I just love the 60-40. But I'm going to put you on pause while I get the blender going, and we'll come back when we're ready to add colors and fragrance. Okay guys, we're back, and we're at a very light trace, which is where I want it. And we're going to go ahead and divide it now and add our colors and fragrance. And this is Java Mocha Dream. And I'm using a coffee scent, and I'm also using coffee grounds, and I'm using some unsweetened cocoa powder. Go ahead and get every bit of this out of the bowl that I can, because I don't want to have a hard time cleaning it up later. It just makes it so much easier. I think that is about as much as I'm going to get. So, all right. So, in the large container, we're going to put our cocoa powder, about 1.5 teaspoons of cocoa powder. And the one that I've put a little bit more in, I'm going to put my coffee grounds. And I'm going to start with about 1.5 teaspoons, and let's see how that goes. If it needs a little more, I'll add a little more. And then in the last container, I'm just going to put a little bit of light brown. All right, so just give them a little mixy, and then we'll go back and hit them just a little bit with a stick blender before we add our fragrance oil. Oh yeah, that was plenty of coffee grounds, and I don't have to do anything with that one. I don't have to stick blend it. All right, so let's just set this one aside for a moment. Grab our stick blender. Make sure we get all the bubbles out. And just around the sides to see what it's looking like. Yes, I know I have some up on the side here, and it's likely where it will stay. Move on to our larger container or larger portion. And this has the unsweetened cocoa powder in it. Oh. Tilt it over a little bit. Okay, so now we are ready to pour. I'm going to bring the mold in. And we're going to start with our large container. And I'm using the entire amount on the first layer. Let's scrape them out just a little bit. This smells so good. It makes me want a mocha. But I am a coffee girl, so. But I love the smell of mocha. I think most people do. All right, so that's about as clean as I'm going to get him, I think. Just a little bit more. Just try to get as much as you can, because that's the less you're going to have to deal with later. Okay, I did get some on the side, and I don't want that. So, all right, so now we're going to pour, and we're going to pour from kind of higher up so that it reaches as far down as it possibly can. I'm going to kind of alternate it. Give him a little stir since he's been sitting there. Back and forth. And yes, I know I have too much for the mold because I make enough, if I'm going to do a pipe topping, I make enough to handle the pipe topping. So, and that's exactly what I have left, enough to do the pipe topping. I could fill him a little bit more, but maybe a touch more. Okay. All right, let's pat him down, so make sure we don't have any bubbles down there. If you want to swirl, you can do that. I don't want to change it too much. I don't want to mix them in too much, so I'm not going to do much of that. I want him to stay just like he is, and I'm going to let him set up a little bit so he can support the piping. And I'm going to go get the piping together, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, we're back, and I've already started a few of the piping. I thought if I added the fragrance oil to the oils, this fragrance oil really slows down trays quite a bit. And the last time I used it, it was a little bit harder to work with. But so I tried that. It didn't work. It still slowed down trays quite a bit. So I decided to go ahead and see if I can pipe I'm not using my regular piper. I'm just using a plastic baggie because I wanted to use a smaller tip and I didn't have a bag for that or a coupler. So I'm using that because on the Java Mocha Dream, I like to have a little bit different tops on it. I don't like them to be so big and fluffy like the ones on the other soaps. So we're going to go ahead and just work with this and hope it supports it here, because like I said, it's just really slow to trace, and he's just not wanting to work with me. Yeah, we may have to wait just a couple more minutes and try it again because he is still really soft and I don't want him to just encompass my piping and melt that all together. So I will be right back. Hey guys, okay, so I went ahead and worked on him. I think I got him just about as good as I can, considering the trace was just terribly slow, and just want to clean him up around the edges a little bit. I'm going to let him set up for just a little bit, and then I'm going to spritz him with a little bit of alcohol, and then he'll be on the heating pad for a couple of hours, and then he'll go down for 24 hours, and then we'll be back to cut my little buddy up here. So alrighty then, I'll see you when it's time to cut him up. Hey guys, I'm back to cut Java Mocha Dream soap. I didn't realize I had not turned the recorder on until I already cut a lot of it, but we're going to go ahead and finish cutting what I have left here. I was making another soap, and then I remembered I had to cut this soap, so I kind of got a little off kilter there, but we're back and we're going to get this cut up. It turned out different than my last Java Mocha as far as the look of it, and it's because of the coloring. I didn't use as much, and I'm going to compare them. I kind of like the darker better, and I brought one of my previous Java Mocha Dreams in to compare it and let you take a look at it and see what you think. So this is my original Java Mocha Dream, and then this is the new one, which is not as dark. I kind of like this one better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Still smells great. Smells the same. Just looks different. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.